The movie opens in the aftermath of the Battle of New York, the one where the Avengers fought off the alien invasion. A salvage crew led by Adrian Toomes is busy cleaning up the mess, collecting alien tech, metal debris, and anything that might be of use. Toomes has got a good thing going here, employing regular guys who just want to work and earn. But then, the government steps in, more specifically, the Department of Damage Control, a joint venture between the feds and Tony Stark himself, swoops in and kicks Toomes and his team off the job. Cold move. This decision leaves Toomes furious. He's invested heavily in this operation. Instead of backing off, he makes a new decision, one that sets him on the path of villainy. They keep some of the alien tech and start building illegal weapons in secret. Thus, the Vulture is born. Cut to Peter Parker recording a goofy vlog. It's not just any vlog, it's his behind-the-scenes take on his adventure in Captain America. Civil War. He's giddy, excited, and honestly just a kid in over his head. We see everything from his perspective, including that iconic airport fight in Germany. Tony Stark picks him up in a slick car, throws a new suit at him, and calls him Underoos. But now that the Avengers thing is over, Peter's back to reality. High school, homework, and band practice. Happy Hogan, Tony's assistant, is Peter's only point of contact, and he mostly ignores Peter's messages. So Peter's stuck swinging around Queens, stopping petty crimes, and helping old ladies cross the street. He's waiting for the big call, the one where he finally gets to be more than just the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. At school, Peter is your average nerdy sophomore. He's got his best friend Ned, who's obsessed with Lego Death Stars and eventually finds out Peter is Spider-Man by accidentally dropping the Death Star model when Peter climbs into their room in full costume. Ned's reaction? Pure fanboy excitement. He can't keep a secret to save his life and asks nonstop questions. Can you summon an army of spiders? No, Ned. No, he can't. Meanwhile, Peter has a crush on Liz, the popular senior girl who leads the academic decathlon team. She's smart, confident, and way out of Peter's league. At least that's how he sees it. But surprisingly, Liz seems to like Peter too. Everything seems innocent enough until one night, Peter stumbles upon a weapons deal in an alley. A group of thugs is selling high-powered alien tech to low-level criminals. Peter intervenes but gets in over his head. He tries to contact Happy, but no luck. He barely escapes with his life after the Vulture, who's flying with massive mechanical wings, grabs him midair and drops him in a lake. Luckily, Iron Man, well, his suit, remotely piloted, swoops in just in time to save him. Stark scolds Peter, telling him not to get involved with things he doesn't understand. If you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it, Stark warns. It's both a test and a lesson, and Peter's not too thrilled about being sidelined. But Peter doesn't back off. He finds one of the alien power cores left behind during the weapons deal and starts investigating. Ned helps him track down the sellers, one of whom is named Aaron Davis, who ends up webbed to his car trunk for hours. Peter, still figuring things out, ends up tailing the Vulture and his crew to Maryland, where they plan to hijack an advanced weapons shipment. Coincidentally, Peter's school decathlon team is headed to Washington, D.C. for the national competition. He tags along under the pretense of academic duty, but clearly has other plans. While the rest of the kids are sightseeing, Peter ditches the team and secretly tracks the Vulture's crew. Meanwhile, the alien power core he left in Ned's backpack is unstable and turns into a bomb, just as Ned, Liz, and the others are trapped in the Washington Monument elevator. Peter climbs the massive monument in broad daylight, no stealth today, breaks in through the window, and saves everyone just before the elevator crashes. A hero's moment, but still, he gets no call from Stark. Back in Queens, Peter continues his pursuit. He plants a tracker on one of the bad guys' trucks and discovers a secret location where Toomes and his team are storing stolen tech. He also cracks open the spider suit's full potential. Turns out Tony Stark loaded it with Training Wheels protocol, which limits most of the cool features. With Ned's help, Peter disables the restrictions and unlocks things like instant kill mode, a talking AI named Karen, and all kinds of web settings, grenade webs, ricochet webs, taser webs, you name it. Peter finds himself on a stealth mission aboard the Staten Island ferry, where Vulture is making another deal. Spider-Man shows up to stop it, but chaos breaks out, and one of the weapons malfunctions, slicing the ferry in half. Dozens of people are about to fall into the water. Peter uses his webs to hold the boat together, channeling serious Spider-Man 2 vibes. But it's not enough. Iron Man shows up again, saving the day and using his drones to weld the ferry back together. This time, Tony is really mad. He takes the suit away from Peter. No more fancy tech, no more backup. "You screwed up," Stark says, and Peter's forced to go back to being just a normal teenager again. At school, he tries to focus on being a kid. He even gets the courage to ask Liz to the homecoming dance, and she says yes. But here comes the twist. On the night of the dance, Peter shows up at Liz's house to pick her up. And who opens the door? Adrian Toomes. That's right. The Vulture is Liz's dad. Peter's face goes pale. He's frozen with shock, and Toomes doesn't know at first. But as the drive to the dance goes on, Toomes starts piecing things together. The voice, the timing, the sudden appearance in Washington. By the time they reach the school, Toomes knows exactly who Peter is. He tells Liz to go ahead, then pulls Peter aside for a little heart-to-heart. "You saved my daughter's life, and I respect that. But if you get in my way again, I will kill you and everyone you love." Savage. Peter is left shaken. No dancing for him tonight. He leaves the dance immediately and puts on his homemade suit, the old hoodie, goggles, and sweatpants combo. He tracks Toomes down to stop him once and for all. Toomes is planning to hijack a plane carrying Avengers tech as it leaves Stark Tower for the new Avengers facility. Spider-Man tries to stop him, but ends up buried under a building after a brutal encounter. In one of the movie's most powerful scenes, Peter, trapped under rubble, panics. He cries, he's helpless. But then he looks at his reflection, half his face in the mask, half human, and he whispers, "Come on, Spider-Man," and finds the strength to lift the debris off himself. He's done waiting for help. Peter catches up to the plane just as Toomes and his crew are making their move. A mid-air battle ensues as Peter clings to the plane and fights Vulture aboard. The plane eventually crashes on the beach, and the two have a final showdown among flaming wreckage. Peter refuses to let Toomes die, even after everything. He drags him out of the fire after his wingsuit explodes and leaves him unconscious. Hero move, right there. In the end, Peter declines Stark's offer to officially join the Avengers. Tony was ready to give him a brand new suit and everything. But Peter says he's not ready yet. He wants to stay a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man just a little longer. Stark respects the decision and gives him his old suit back instead. As Peter puts it on in his room, Aunt May walks in and sees him in full costume. Her reaction? And that's Spider-Man: Homecoming. A coming-of-age superhero story wrapped in high school drama, alien tech, and a flying dad villain. Peter Parker learns that being a hero isn't about suits or powers. It's about doing the right thing, even when no one's watching.